Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza, and today is Tuesday, October 17th. Welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by pbcphuket.com. The cabinet in Bangkok has given its approval for an extension of the visa-free stay for Russian tourists to 90 days in an effort to boost tourism in Thailand. Following a cabinet meeting, Prime Minister and Finance Minister Srettha Thavisin disclosed plans to extend the duration of the visa-free period. The decision comes as part of a broader initiative to stimulate the tourism sector in Thailand, replacing the previous 30-day visa-free period with a more extended 90-day stay. As of October 15, Russian tourists tallied over 1.03 million, while the Tourism Authority of Thailand, the TAT, is hoping for 1.47 million this full year. Furthermore, the Prime Minister said he was set to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin during his participation in the Third Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation held in the People's Republic of China. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Phuket Provincial Police arrested 64 people in just 7 days last week as they continued their campaign to increase security and safety for tourists arriving on the visa-free scheme for Chinese and Kazakhstan nationals. The arrest took place from October 8th to the 14th and resulted in 16 suspects charged with distribution of drugs and another 41 suspects arrested on various drug charges. Police also seized nearly 10,000 tablets of methamphetamine and 128 grams of crystal meth. Meanwhile, Region 8 Police last week launched their public safety campaign for the Phuket Vegetarian Festival, with an assembly, a parade, and display of weapons seized as part of the national effort to crack down on firearms. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Former Move Forward Party leader Pita Rat was in Phuket on Sunday to conduct several site inspections and speak with local residents and officials about key issues affecting them and projects they wanted to see move forward. Pita visited the Phuket City Municipality Waste Incinerator at Sapan Hin and the adjoining landfill to hear about the needs to cope with the island's growing volume of waste generated. He then headed off with officials to the Klongkata Reservoir in Chalong to discuss projects currently underway there, along with the road surrounding the reservoir, sections of which collapsed into the water last year. One project that began on June 20th at the reservoir in Chalong is to expand the reservoir capacity. The project is due for completion on February 14th next year. Pita also inspected the Tajin Canal separating Koh Sireh from Phuket to see and hear of the eco-tourism project in the mangroves in that area, before heading off to hear plans at the Sapan Yao Pier in Lam Hin, where locals have plans to develop the pier there to something more akin to Chalong Pier to generate revenue for locals. This is Pita's first official visit to Phuket since his failed bid to secure the Prime Minister seat earlier this year. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
Sure that it'll be easier to clear you from my mind. I wish you fall out from the window, take a bad trip to the ground. Ooh. Ain't been the pleasure, see your pressure just before you break a bone.
Another active shooter training emergency response drill took place on the island recently, this time at the Central Phuket Shopping Mall on Monday, before the venue opened to shoppers. Region 8 Police Commander, along with the Commander of the Phuket Provincial Police, jointly led the incident response simulation held on the first floor of Central Phuket Mall Floresta building from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. The exercise simulated a lone male criminal discharging a firearm inside the mall and proceeded as if the criminal shot people, injuring victims and taking people hostage. Emergency medical personnel were on hand to help participants designated as injured. Officials say that the simulation was not only a rehearsal of the annual incident response plan, but was fast-tracked for this week after the Siam Paragon Mall shooting in Bangkok earlier this month, in which a 14-year-old teenager killed 3 people and left several others injured on the 3rd of October. A similar simulation recently took place at the Phuket Boat Lagoon and another at Phuket Rajabat University. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Since the Siam Paragon shooting that saw 3 people dead, including a Chinese tourist, data is now revealing that about 60,000 Chinese tourists have canceled their trips to Thailand recently. Data from the airports of Thailand show the number of Chinese arrivals has declined by 9.2%, from 650,000 to 590,000 visitors following the shooting on October 3rd in Bangkok. That shooting saw the culprit, the 14-year-old Thai teenager, surrender to police, but only after going on a shooting rampage at the popular Siam Paragon Mall with a modified firearm. 3 people were killed in the shooting, while 4 others were seriously wounded. In the days after the shooting, the culprit was charged with murder. Officials began a new crackdown on guns, while also clamping down on loopholes regarding modified firearms. However, now concerns are turning towards tourist sentiment, as China was Thailand's biggest overseas tourism market before the COVID pandemic, with around 11 million Chinese arrivals in 2019. And this year, tourism officials had expected about 5 million Chinese visitors to Thailand. Chinese visitors to Phuket peaked in July when the number of direct international arrivals via air reached 74,766 people, as per Phuket immigration statistics. Since then, monthly visits from China have been only declining, according to Novosti Phuketa, the Russian-language sister newspaper to the Phuket News, with just over 30,000 Chinese visitors in September. Neither Phuket officials nor local hospitality heavyweights, such as the Phuket Tourism Association, have provided any explanation for this drastic reverse of the trend. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Thanks so much for joining us today on Phuket Extra, brought to you by pbcphuket.com. Safe driving out there, and I'll catch you again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment, offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.